Hi there, love. Today I want to share my happy morning routine with you, aimed at taking care of myself and boosting my confidence, in hopes that it will help you start your day on the right foot too. When I wake up, the very first thing I do is get out of bed and take a few moments to stretch slowly and gently. These morning stretches are a kinder way to greet the new day and get mentally and physically ready to make the most of the hours ahead. Honestly, I feel like I can hear every crack in my body while doing this. And if I'm being super honest, the older I get, the more cracks I hear. I quickly head to the bathroom to brush my teeth and throw some water on my face in preparation for my morning therapy, also known as the gym. What makes me excited at this time is knowing I prepared for my gym session the night before. From the clothes and shoes to accessories like my headphones and smartwatch, which are set aside and fully charged, by the way. Because I've taken the time to get these things in order ahead of time, I free myself of any anxiety I would have normally had running around looking for these items when I should be preparing my pre-workout snack. So if there's anyone who's a big fan of protein bars, that would be me. As long as they're tasty with a decent amount of protein in them, I'm all about it. Take, for example, the Alani bars. Those have been my jam lately. They not only taste good, but they give me just the right amount of nourishment without making me feel tubby before a workout. Heading to the gym is a pretty exciting time for me because I'm one of the only people on the road. During this quiet time, I get to be with my thoughts and focus on motivating myself for the moments ahead. Once I'm at the gym, I already know what muscle groups I'm focusing on that day because I have it listed out on my phone and broken down in table form. What can I say? I like to be extra. Knowing what exercises I'm doing down to the reps structures my routine so I know exactly what I'm doing each day. With this in mind, I feel empowered to get through my routine and I'm more likely to stick to my schedule. This amount of planning ahead shows respect to my future self. It's literally as if someone else is customizing this workout just for me. Now starts my post-workout regimen. I'm usually back home in time for my hubby to leave for work, but right before I jump in the shower, I make sure to craft a delicious protein shake. This shake can carry me throughout the late morning with all of the things I put in it, like bananas, peanut butter, almond milk, old-fashioned oats, and zero-carb protein powder. And with the workout I just finished, it is nothing to drink this shake down either right before or right after my shower. This might sound silly, but my post-workout shower is one of the most magical moments of my morning self-care routine. This is where I get to wash away all of the sweat and grime from my workout and reset both my body and mind, preparing them for the day ahead. At this particular time, there's no one pulling on me because they need something, and any projects or tasks can wait until I'm ready to handle them. With this renewed mindset of taking care of me first at the top of each day, I'm learning that my self-care doesn't have to come to an end because I've got a lot of responsibilities. It just has to be adjusted to fit my real-world schedule. And this routine taking place first thing in the morning, every morning, ensures that I'll never forget about myself again. And that I was silly enough to forget about myself in the first place. I'm grateful for this self-growth mindset because without it, I could never have gained the confidence and fulfillment I feel in this moment. Once I step out, I feel refreshed and rejuvenated. With the shower now behind me, this is an excellent time for body care. This time I hold dear to my heart because sometimes I tend to move so quickly throughout my routines that I miss a step here or there. So when my body is moisturized, it mentally levels me up because I'm putting that much more effort into caring for all of my skin, the exposed and hidden areas. Okay, so here's where I have my grown girl moment, the skincare part. Now, when I was younger, I used to think the makeup was the grown girl moment, but the older I get, the more I'm realizing the importance of skincare. And a good thing to note is that if your skincare game isn't on point, your makeup won't be on point either. So making sure my skin is clean and moisturized daily not only allows for a natural, healthy glow, but for better penetration of any makeup products I use. But I'm gonna keep it simple today. Now that mama is ready, it's time to get the kiddos ready. I usually go right into casting their favorite cartoon or kids skit show on TV, so it's ready to go by the time they're in the room. I also prepare either some warm chocolate milk or cool semi-sweet juice for them. This usually gets their day started on the right foot. Most recently, though, we definitely have been drinking more water than we have juice just because I'm a little bit of a health nut, especially when it comes to the kids. Of course, they don't care for the water, but I think it's so important to provide that for them when they first wake up because they lose so much water when they sleep. So making sure they're hydrated from the moment they wake up is a habit I want them to get into, starting from a young age. Typically, getting the kids ready is a drag for me, and that's me being all the way honest with you. It's a long process, and it seems like no one wants to do what they're told. That's kind of typical of kids, right? This usually results in me running after the kiddos to get them in place and constantly repeating myself, which tends to run me out of energy very quickly. However, I have noticed a huge difference in my attitude towards my kids after implementing this daily self-care routine. Whereas I would normally be fussy, irritable, and downright mean at times, practicing my morning self-care habits reduced a lot of the stress I didn't even know I was holding on to. My patience was increasing, which meant I was able to be more empathetic towards the needs of my kids and less reactive. Due to my improvement in self-esteem and mindfulness, I was able to interact more positively and be attentive. I felt I had finally unlocked a strategy for building stronger bonds and better communication with my children, which has been a game changer for us. This new perspective on parenting allows me to be more present and supportive. And all of these positive changes took place immediately after I started my self-care routine. Like, literally, immediately. And by literally, I mean from day one. And these positive changes have continued ever since. I noticed my stress would return if I stopped practicing self-care habits, which further confirm how necessary this routine is for my life. The feeling of achieving that satisfaction typically spills over into other aspects of my day too, which leads me to combining other positive habits with ones I already have. One of the other habits I'm trying to implement daily is making a work schedule for myself. This could include sorting through and organizing my emails, checking my calendar for upcoming meetings, and following up on tasks or projects I'm involved in. Organizing my workday at the beginning of the day makes me feel more prepared for whatever the day throws my way, even if it's unexpected. And no 2 days are the same in my world, so having something like this helps me to get and stay on track. The more things I cross off my list, the more accomplished and confident I feel. And when I reflect on the amount of work progressed or completed, that helps me to stay consistent and true to myself. Planning and brain dumping help me value myself more because I'm able to plainly prioritize items that require my attention. Also, it cuts down on any mental frustration I may experience due to me trying to remember all of the things I have to do for that day. But having a visual reminder of what's to come ahead, and even a sketched plan of how to go about handling certain projects, puts my mind at ease. All of the planning has been done. At this point, it's just about execution. And I don't have to write a profound essay. I simply list what's most to least important. It's almost like therapy if you think about it. I'm ridding my mind of a ton of information that better serves me in physical form than in mental form anyway. After my daily plan and tasks are set, I feel lighter and more centered, ready to get to work. By prioritizing self-care in the mornings, I'm setting the stage for a day filled with positivity, productivity, and most importantly, inner peace. And believe me when I say that my inner peace has become more important to me in this time of my life than ever before. So I encourage you to either create your own morning self-care routine or use mine. I guarantee you'll see how it completely transforms your mornings and improves your overall well-being. Comment below if you're thinking about trying any of these morning routine ideas yourself. I'd love to hear your thoughts and tips. If these ideas have resonated with you at all, make sure to watch this next video where I dive even deeper into self-care practices. And if you're loving the content overall, hit that subscribe button to keep up with all of my new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.